Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. In the last episode we helped Naoka to finish her unfinished business with her companions. And as I was walking in here and using the workbench, I talked to Parvati, and it seems that she also has something for us to do.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
What's the big thing you wanted to ask about?
I was thinking about what you said afore, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out.
About time?
And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
You want Junlei on the ship? Okay. Bringing her home to meet the family, huh? Bold move. No, that's sweet. Can I help?
I was kind of hoping you'd offer.
Of course.
The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. I smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I was hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies.
Groundbreaker's got a lot of vendors. Where are you thinking?
Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys. She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap.
Right, because she's not going to ask us outrageous demands for something as simple as soap. Easy enough. We could head straight over.
I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me.
No.
Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I want to come with.
Well, we are, as a matter of fact, not going to do her mission first. We are going to do Felix's mission and go to the base of Harlow and Scylla. And I also did all the perk point stuff on these people. For the time being, I don't think we need to bring Naoka. So let us put on some preacher's clothes and some welder's goggles on her. Because the armor she has is probably better than the one I currently have on Felix. By far. So let's grab Felix with us and head down to Harlow's base. We'll take Felix and Parvati. Since the Vicar and Felix keeps bickering all the time. Okay. This is a tiny place, but I'm gonna do that. Volka.
Hey you, looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Felix Millstone's with me. Clyde Harlow's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through.
That sounds perfect.
Got my sights on you.
Yeah, you can look at me all you want. Outlaws. This sounds like a nice place. Who are these people, Felix, and why have you brought us here? Even got a dog called Marlowe. Oh,
well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the Groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see or a you've aged, old man?
No, it's fine. I'll do my own introductions. Caledorn, Harlow, Caledorn.
Your captain has a sense of humor, Felix. Good. There's a time and place for humor.
Mm-hmm.
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him. Felix is family, mister.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why we're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix, but neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
Then allow me to enlighten you. Felix is loyal to me.
I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did this Trask do to deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
There's more to this than you're letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
I should go. This. Logs. Acquisition logs. This is relevant. Memo. Crew, I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest Wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through, ordering us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stay skeptical. Harlow. Open last entry. Pirate code, rule number 1, Harlow's the boss. Rule number 2, fuck the board. Rule number 3, why are you still reading, pig? Wake up! If you're saying this, the board already owns you. You went looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you? Maybe you like being played. You guzzle down that sense of security like it's purple berry flavored opium. Fuck rules and fuck terminals. It's not a revolution if you were using the weapons they raised against us time and time again, from the front lines of the riots to the corporate sit-ins and error. Document Pirates Code has exceeded character limit. Sure. Do I need to talk to Felix? No. Let's just get out of here. Ada has nothing to say? Wow.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. I think I'll initiate.
So Felix and Parvati.
Hey, that pad down.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
This is Halcyon News.
Hi there,
You
Rosanna.
mind? Trying to have a moment here.
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Show her Harlow's emblem. If you know where Trask is, you want to tell me. Or maybe, actually, I'm on the level. You can ask Junlei about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
I repaired the Groundbreaker's radiators for her.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh? Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Got a few more questions.
Please, just make it quick.
Harlow tells me that Trask betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
How much do you know about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Sounds familiar, Felix.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
You and Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
That's all I wanted to know. I'll leave you be.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
That was easier than expected. Guess we can just quick travel back to the Unreliable. Yes, I know we need the soap, but we'll do that
Captain,
later.
Felix and the vicar are arguing again.
That's better. So we have to go to Terra 2 and Edgewater again.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Thank you, Ada. Let's transition down there. Bring Felix and Parvati. I like this. Oh, sorry. Okay, so all the way up there, huh? Fast travel is a convenient way of moving to areas that you've already explored. Yes, I have noticed. Okay, so how do we get up there then? As much.
And they go! Let's go!
sniping is useful. Oh. Die.
Yeah! Now that was fun!
Probably should be in sneak mode though, as that gives me extra damage. But these crates haven't replenished. So I'm wondering if we can go up here. No, we cannot. Maybe behind here then. This looks promising. Seem to be friendly. North Gulch discovered.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
That's right. Harlow said you betrayed him.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Why did you betray Harlow?
How do I know that I can trust you?
If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
You're asking me to take you for your word. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Temperament. Yeah, there is. You're looking at. If you got proof, let's see it.
I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Why would the board buy off Harlow? No. What was Harlow doing for the board?
Board sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
And why would they buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Alright, I've heard enough.
Take it you've made up your mind.
Yep. Not going to kill you, Trask, but I am going to ask you for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care. Okay, so let's head on back to the Unreliable.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Yeah. I don't really care if they back to Harlow space. Why do we have a quest marker on the landing? You know, I wanna... Let's look at the journal. Friendships. Both of them are in Harlow's base. Okay. Stick with this team. Stub the ankle a little bit. Oh. Guessing this means going.
Damn machine stole my bits. Why do we even
Have a fight over here instead then. Stashed receipts. Can I have a look at them? Inventory. Item. Stashed receipts. These receipts detail payments made to C. Harlow on behalf of the board. Freelancing service. Included are the names of several freighters marked targeted by Harlow's crews, their manifests, and the sum value of all cargo delivered to the authority. Well, well.
What's the word?
Showing the ring.
So it is. Thus ends Rufus Trask. Once a sensible man, by and by a fool, presently a corpse. I hope you never have to discover what it is like, Captain. The relief one feels when a mutiny comes to an end.
Trask had some things to say about you, and I've got my own misgivings.
Trask told me you've been working for the board.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
Show him the papers. You have been bought off. I've got the receipts.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
Perception. When we met, you told me Trask was an informant for the board. You were lying.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face.
Come on, Harlow. Why would Trask rat you out to your own employers?
How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor, and I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
And so ends that. The question now is that the end of it? Gotta speak with Felix on the ship. Guessing there's nothing more in this thing. That's rather a lot of money for a scythe. Those helmets are rather nice. Let's buy one of the helmets and one of the armors. $1,225 DPS, wow. Guessing that's the end of this little ragtag band of revolutionaries. I must admit that I am inclined to believe the Trask fellow, though.
What was that?
I was just getting started.
Yeah. Just having a look around, doing the regular cleaning services. Well, I guess that's it for here. I almost thought that this would have Felix leave our ship, but apparently it wasn't like that. I am taking the elevator in case there are stuff to loot up here, of course, otherwise I would just fast travel back. There's a vendor. This armor is not as good as what I require. Okay, so that done. Let's talk to Felix on the ship.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I never really know what's going on inside somebody's skull.
No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
Money changes people. The board probably offered Harlow a lot of money.
I just hope I never turn out like that. selling my soul for a fistful of bits.
I think you're better than that.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, boss. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. But, you know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
Anytime. Let's do the level up. Looking at the skills here. I don't know if there is max level in this game. Let's get this one to 70. Buy to perks, and we'll take the confidence perk. And then we'll head over to the groundbreaker.
Not today, Sam. I am not in the mood for a deep clean. Oh, all right. Some culprit, who shall not be named, spilled Rizzo's lemon slap on my console.
Groundbreaker, docking base.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
And now I think we're going back to having Vicar and Parvati in our team. And we'll just immediately fast travel over there. And have a little wee run.
CNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Let's change the one.
This is Halcyon News.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late.
I'm not. My engineer is looking to do some deep cleansing. Wants to impress Chief Doonley.
I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft.
No.
Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Mm-hmm. An engineer might like refurbished ship, scrub parts and all that. But let's ask Parvati if she has a preference.
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny-miny mow it?
Nah.
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
Let's go with the rosish.
We didn't have anything rosish in Edgewater. I heard it smells real pretty, though.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear.
Thank you.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Okay, so now what do we do? Speak with Parvati?
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you.
So there's your soap.
Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Saltuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets.
Is this really necessary? Alright, we'll figure it out.
Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
Travel back to the ship, then. Across half the galaxy. She's lovesick. Why can't you just ask her out on a date?
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix...
I am not.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Perfect. Guessing all the animals are back. What? Buy a dustback casserole from Chef Raymond in Stellar Bay. Fine.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Just walked into the kitchen. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying.
My engineer's looking to get a dustback casserole. Can you cook one of those?
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht, and the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
I can cover 3,000... No. Intimidate 55. You take me for an idiot? No damn casserole's worth that much. Try again. Try harder.
What? No, Captain. I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business.
Good. Glad you saw reason. 2,000 bits is much more reasonable.
I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven.
For
Nothing
me?
I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking works. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
Oh, gosh. My tum's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
Okay, so then we have to get out to... here? Sure why I went to the interior, but... if I forgot to pick something up now... No, I did not.
seemed too much like traveling with us before you met that hermit fellow.
Yes. I was kind of an ass, wasn't I?
I wouldn't... The dust bat casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. But I'm gonna be strong. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain.
You're welcome. Shouldn't you get ready for Junlei now?
Well, I was gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain.
You're fine as you are.
I'm fine for overhauling an engine, maybe. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Joliker's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect at a place like that.
All right, we'll swing by when we can.
Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot, but you help me out every time. You're the best.
She really is a very peculiar one, this Parvati. Give her that. Wish I had the perception I needed to tell her that she was just postponing the date, because it probably would have convinced her to just go ahead with it.
Crew members Ali and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Of course they are. This is a perfect time to end the episode, so we'll do just that. And in the next episode, we shall be having a look at the golden streets of Byzantium. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.